I just found out today that I am a hater on the world's most popular cocktail. So I love mint, I love lime, I love rum. I have purposely made as few mojitos as humanly possible. And I think I've hated on this cocktail way more than it deserves. Part of the reason for this is the mojito suffers from success. It's one of the most ordered drinks in the world. Because of this, it gets made badly, a lot. Too sweet, over muddled and tastes like chlorophyll. Crappy ice, carbonation not tasted all the way through. All manner of chaos. Somewhere along the line, I started blaming the drink for the human error. The truth is, when a mojito is made properly, it's brilliant. It's one of the great Cuban classics. My favorite cocktail and the best cocktail ever is another Cuban classic. Lime, sugar, soda. Can't forget the best part, a crown of mint. Like a lot of classic cocktails, the history behind it is foggy. And the reason I love the cocktail world is because we never care about verifying a story. If it sounds good across the bar, we're believing it for as long as that drink is in front of us. Most people place the drink in Cuba, and reportedly the father of the mojito is the El Draque. It's built with a rough cane spirit, aguardiente. Aguardiente is no joke. The mythology may get messy, but the drink is good. I'm going to give the mojito its respect, and I'm going to settle once and for all a great debate. Number one, do you have to muddle a mojito, or will ice do the trick? Number two, is sugar better than simple syrup for a mojito? One of the biggest promises I ask beginners to make when they come into the barrel age is about white rum. There's a really popular white rum made by a company I absolutely love. I highly suggest you avoid their straight white rum. Now listen, they've got a 4-year-old, they've got an 8-year-old. I believe there's even a 151. Their infused rums are amazing. Their dragon fruit rum, real good. The white rum, in my opinion, there are choices that cost less and deliver more. My daily driver has and always will be Don Q. I just learned you're supposed to say Q and not Q. Thanks, Duolingo. Don Q comes out of Destilería Sarayas. The company frames their rum making history as over 150 years old. Don Q Cristal was introduced in 1978. What makes rum and this product interesting is it's not just a straight, raw, unaged spirit. This bad boy is aged like we age bourbon here. American white oak. There's different rums in here from 1 to 5 years old. As is done with rum, it is then filtered and made clear. Why they do this, I don't know. I think it's a stylistic choice. We could get into what white rum is and what white rum isn't. That's a whole nother video. But for our purposes here, this, without filtering, would look more like a bourbon. This has got some age on it, and that's going to give it some more roundness, more vanilla, more caramel, and just more oomph. This rum is meant for drinks that you want to have bright, bouncy. This is also really good in cocktails where you're trying to introduce people to tiki. Aged rums with some color on them can be very funky, and they can be off-putting to people just starting out in their rum tropical tiki journey. Substitute Don Q and you will convert a vodka drinker. Add our ice. We're literally making 2 daiquiris right now. I didn't add no mint at all, y'all. What do we? Mojito gods, they're giving me what I deserve right now. You need about 6 mint leaves for each. So this is our no-muddle version. Lime juice versus wedges of lime. 6 each. Why am I not muddling? I got a personality, but I can rock service bars where all the tickets come out and they make the drinks for the entire restaurant. Having to muddle behind service bar ends up being a mistake. It just does. The market I live in, people want their cocktails within 4 minutes. I don't care what they ordered or how big the party is. They're never gonna be like, oh, well, he's muddling, he's doing it properly. No, people here want they drank. So those of us who want character and correctness have to fight for it, and we have to take the guest needs along with our douchey bartender rules and make something that works in between. I worked for a man called No-Muddle Mike. That's literally his name. Muddling was not allowed. My drinks never got sent back. So let's see. Faces. We gotta be real. We need 2 glasses of the same size. I want y'all to rock with me. We're gonna make this do what it do. 2 rocks glasses. I think it will be okay. The big thing about the soda, any drink like this, first thing you wanna add to the glass is some soda. Cocktails are denser than carbonation. If you don't do that, the drink is never going to have carbonation all the way through. Look in, kind of add some ice, dump it dirty, more soda over top, and then for the final, the garnish. Most important, and about 6 slapped lime leaves on top. Lime leaves, mint leaves. Help me, y'all, help me. And now this is where another piece of moral dilemma comes in, because it's like, I already got my limes in here. Do I add limes in here? Do I put them on the side? Am I lying if I put them in here? What do? We're just gonna put them both on the side. Let's do it like that, shall we? How are you today? I'm extraordinary. Good. Do you want to taste? Ooh, how bright and lovely. This is Mind F, y'all. They're different. They're good. Now, the one with the lime juice is drinking drier. This is drinking sweeter. I don't know. Mind F. I don't understand. The girls have their opinion. So here's what I can understand. So with just shaking the lime, you taste more rum. Our beautiful taster said that this one was more sweet. And I was like, it's maybe tasting more sweet because less lime juice. It isn't that. It's the flavor of the rum that comes through and tastes sweet. I think 3/4 ounces of sugar is too much in these. I think a 1/2 ounce is where we want to be honest with you. If I had to, so let's say you're on service bar, you're not muddling, just that's it, that's all, right? For someone who is having one of these for the first time, make it with lime juice. Why? The lime juice balances with some of the sugarcane notes in the rum. If you got a Boricua, shout out to all of my Boricua brothers and sisters. 2026 is y'all year. I love Bad Bunny. If you don't love Bad Bunny, and if you ain't love this, anyway, let me stop. This is not a political channel. Anyway, this here has more of a rum note and a rum flavor. And really, you know what? A 1/2 ounce in a drink that is, what's our total volume here? Probably 7 to 8 ounces, right? A 1/2 ounce is a lot. So not having that added, at a certain point I deserve it, not having that added juice and having the added alcohol, you're gonna perceive more alcohol. That makes sense to me. All right, so that was great, right? But let's get real. So let's pretend we're in a world that muddles, and let's do the real controversial test. Watch me work. So traditional on the left, 3 wedges. Newfangled on the right, 3 wedges. Bar spoon sugar on the left. Simple syrup on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 80. 8, 8. Bam. Muddle. When you muddle, push, twist, coast. See what I did there? Let's talk while we muddle. I actually just watched a video on being a fan of Lupe Fiasco and how hard it is. I feel like every craft bartender is trying to be the Lupe Fiasco of their industry. All right, so we muggled, as they'd say in the lovely island of Jamaica. Sugar, simple. Behind the bar, we always shake these. It's just a fact. Yeah, the traditionalists are probably gonna say we're wrong, but that's cool. I'm making these in a way that it's gonna be made in most bars right now. Working bartenders, holla at me. Let's see how we working. So believe it or not, these glasses are the same size. And if anything, this one's smaller. What do? Soda first. There go. See, do we add another ice cube? Let me tell you something, where I live, don't nobody want to hear nothing about no wash line. Has anybody, you know what a wash line is? A wash line is the space between the top of the cocktail where there's no cocktail. Don't nobody want that where I'm at. And then when you add extra ice, they're like, what? You need extra ice in my cocktail. So you know what you do? Just give them a quick one of those. Just give them one of those, all right? Yeah, just one of those. The 1/4 ounce of alcohol that you spend doing that is worth the lifelong bond you make with the guest. When people are asking for extra alcohol, this is an aside, extra alcohol rarely is about getting more drunk. If somebody truly wants extra alcohol for that purpose, you probably need to cut them off. The request for extra alcohol is that I want you to hear me as a guest. I want what I say to matter. I've been talking to people all day. The bank teller, the person I got my prescription from, my child's teacher. None of them listened to me. None of them cared. I'm here for my beverage. Are you going to be the person to care about me today? And I say yes, it's worth it. And if anyone who runs a bar, if you want to talk about cost, I managed over $350,000 of inventory within a 4-ounce margin week to week. And you know how I did it? When I made my recipes, everything, when I inputted on the computer, I added a 1/4 ounce. If the recipe was 2 ounces, I added another 1/4 ounce in the computer for the inventory. So each drink called for more alcohol than actually went in it, and my numbers were always good. But that's a rant for another day, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get our mint crowns. I wonder, can we make a mint cocktail that honors the crown act? On hand, some dried fruit. I'm a believer in dried fruit substitute for garnishes, especially if there's lime juice in there already, right? Ain't nobody squeezing. Now for a vodka soda, of course not. But for something like this, and these straws, clearly I don't love my guest, right? Let's get rid of these. He ain't gonna do it. Let's take a straw. Sugar, simple. I'm gonna give this to someone who doesn't really like sugar, and I've got my prediction on what they say. Let's do this. Be right back. So I made one with bar spoonful of sugar. I made the other with a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. I muddled both. The sugar version had a bright vibrance from the lime, but the drink just was not as balanced. There's not enough going on, in my opinion, just to put sugar, put lime, put rum, and put soda. I did shake it, but you still had some of that grit at the bottom. I don't think there's enough booze in this cocktail for preparing it with sugar to give any added value. The simple syrup version was a lot more balanced. I will tell you one thing. If you are a rum lover and you like something funky, a mojito made with muddled sugar, lime, and like a funky rum agricole or a funky cachaça, that could give you some motion. Back to you, Alex. I don't know who the hell Alex is, but just roll with me. So listen, one of the simplest cocktails ever, the Mojito. I have 4 different versions here. None of them is exactly the original. All of them have the most minute differences. The difference in this is one I muddled, one I added a 1/2 ounce lime juice. This here, I added sugar and I added simple. Each one of them drank so differently. This is an awesome exercise to do at home. If you got 4 friends, 4 mojitos, do this and try each other's. It's such a good way to see that the game of mixology is a game run by the 1/2 ounce. Free game. If you like a mojito, you will drink all of these. If you like a mojito and you're at a bar and you get this, then this, then this, then this, you're gonna be annoyed. So for us professional bartenders, we need to understand which one of these we're going to make for the night and stick with it. We gotta die on that hill. Get your staff together and make all of these. I call it the 3 bears exercise. You make one with a little too much, one with a little too little, then you try to make the one and you find what is just right. This proves that these are living, breathing ingredients, and when you put them together, they speak and they dance in different ways. I should have never hated on this cocktail. I should have never disregarded it. Anything that people love is my business, especially in liquid form. The warm weather is approaching. I want you to drink multiple mint cocktails. I want you to eat pasteles made by somebody's grandmother. I want you to listen to Bad Bunny's last 3 albums and then some Wisin y Yandel. And lastly, I want you to think about how little things you do every day make a difference. My name is Khalid. This is the Barrel Age. We are getting back to basics and we are getting our groove back. Nobody knows what that means. I am an old aging millennial. Cheers to you.